Epstein joins El Chapo in Notorious jail as inmate 763188054. The hulking Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan is several miles and worlds away from the mansion near Central Park that Epstein may have been planning to head for when he was arrested by the FBI after touching down at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey on July 6. Among his new neighbors, one of Guzman's lawyers, Jeffrey Lichtman, said he was astonished to see Epstein 2 days after his arrest wearing a jail-issued uniform in a holding cell next to a conference room on 10th South where lawyer meetings typically occur. There he was, sitting there, all alone, Lichtman said. This unit is complete. Bureau of Prisons authorities confirmed Epstein is being held at the facility but said they generally don't share information on the condition of specific inmates for privacy and safety and security reasons. Epstein's lawyers didn't answer emails seeking comment about where their client is being held. A registered sex offender facing new sex trafficking charges, Epstein could get permission to leave the MCC as early as July 15, when he is scheduled for a bail hearing. What conditions might possibly a substantial cash amount guesstimates are in the tens of millions of dollars, a home confinement mandate and an electronic monitoring device strapped to one of his ankles, said Brandon Sample, a defense attorney and sentencing reform advocate who served more than 11 years in federal prison after he and others bought postage stamps with counterfeit and stolen checks and resold them. Photo gallery by Business Insider. In the meantime, Epstein, who has access to 2 private planes and owns a private island in the Caribbean, will be doing what has been described as fairly hard time. Certainly relative. Epstein, 66, probably has been assigned to a room no larger than 100 square feet equipped with only a bed, a toilet with an attached sink and a wedge of a desk, Sample said. For reference, if in fact he is still in 10th South, the special unit where alleged terrorists and other high-profile inmates are held, sometimes for their own protection, he is spending 23 hours a day confined to his cell and allowed out for 1 hour to exercise alone, said Sam Schmidt, a criminal defense lawyer in New York who's represented Al-Qaeda operatives who've been held there. That 1 hour of daily recreation is in an indoor cage, and the privilege can be denied. Cell windows are. The Brown Brutalist building is adjacent to the U.S. Attorney's Office in a cluster of buildings that includes New York Police Department headquarters, 2 federal courthouses and the Church of St. Andrew, which, at dusk and into the night, rats scurry in the alley between the church and the jail, darting under doorways and into sewer drains. According to Inmate, while the jail has a reputation for being secure, it has been plagued by allegations of corruption. 2 guards pleaded guilty in the past year to accepting bribes to smuggle in cell phones and alcohol. During the trial of a Turkish banker in 2017 on charges of aiding Iranian sanctions evasion, the government's star witness, Reza Zarrab, admitted he received contraband and testified that he was threatened with a knife by a fellow inmate who wanted to kill him for cooperating with the U.S. In 2016, a guard was sentenced to 7 years in prison after pleading guilty to raping a female inmate in a hallway while she was mopping the floor. The conditions are a far cry from the last time Epstein was incarcerated. After pleading guilty to contact the reporters on this story, Patricia Hurtado in federal court in Manhattan at pathurtado@bloomberg.net. Chris Dolmach to contact the editors responsible for this story, Heather Smith at smith26@bloomberg.net, and Riepenberg, Melinda Greenier. For more articles like this, please visit us at Copyright 2019 Bloomberg LP.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.